The hidden war in your wallet, the petrodollar explained. Have you ever wondered why the US dollar is accepted almost everywhere in the world, even in places that have nothing to do with America? It is not just because the US has a massive economy. The answer lies in a hidden financial superpower connected to something we all use every day: oil. Imagine you are at a global auction where every country is trying to buy the same essential resource: energy. But there's a catch. The seller says, if you want my oil, you must pay in US dollars. That might sound hypothetical, but for decades it has been the reality of the global economy. This system is known as the petrodollar, and today a growing global currency battle is raising questions about whether its dominance can last forever. To understand the petrodollar, we first need to understand how money works. Most modern currencies are fiat currencies, meaning they're not backed by gold or any physical asset. Their value comes largely from trust, government support, and demand. The challenge for every currency is maintaining that demand. In the 1970s, the United States made a strategic move that changed the financial world. It reached agreements with major oil-producing nations, particularly Saudi Arabia, to price and sell oil in US dollars. The impact was enormous. Every country needs oil to power transportation, industry, and daily life. Whether it was Germany, Japan, India, or Brazil, nations that wanted to buy oil first needed to obtain US dollars. As a result, countries around the world continuously demanded dollars, helping establish the US dollar as the world's primary reserve currency. This constant demand strengthened the dollar and gave the United States tremendous influence over the global financial system. For decades, the system worked remarkably well, but no system remains unchanged forever. Today, some nations are beginning to question their dependence on the US dollar. Countries are exploring alternatives for international trade, and discussions have emerged about conducting oil transactions using other currencies, including the Chinese yuan. This is where the story becomes especially important. If fewer countries need dollars to purchase oil, global demand for the dollar could gradually decline, and when demand for something falls, its value can come under pressure. A weaker currency can contribute to higher prices for imported goods and rising costs throughout the economy. Over time, consumers may notice the effects through more expensive groceries, fuel, housing, and everyday necessities. Suddenly, a topic that sounds like international politics becomes deeply personal. This is not just a story about governments and central banks. It's about the purchasing power of your paycheck. It's about the savings you have worked hard to build. It's about your ability to afford the same quality of life in the future. When major currencies compete for influence, ordinary people often feel the consequences through inflation and economic uncertainty. It can feel unsettling, as though forces beyond your control are shaping your financial future. But history shows that economic systems are constantly evolving. Currency shifts, market cycles, and financial transformations have happened many times before. The key is not fear. The key is understanding. So what can you do? First, commit to learning. Financial literacy is one of the most valuable skills you can develop. The more you understand how money and economies work, the less likely you are to be caught off guard by major changes. Second, think about diversification. Relying entirely on a single strategy or a single asset can increase risk. Diversification helps create resilience in an uncertain world. Most importantly, focus on creating value. True wealth is not just a number in a bank account. It's your education, your skills, your knowledge, your ability to solve problems, and your capacity to contribute to society. Even when currencies rise and fall, valuable skills remain valuable. The global financial system may be entering a new chapter. The petrodollar era that shaped the modern economy could face challenges in the years ahead. Whether those changes happen quickly or slowly remains to be seen. What matters most is staying informed, staying adaptable, and staying calm. The people who understand change are often the people best prepared for it. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more simple explanations of the world's most important financial and economic topics, be sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.